Alright, what's going on YouTube? We're back finally for it's been a while with some RPG series, but it's back finally. Got around to it. I the delay I it's part of it is my laziness and part of it was me focusing on the new FPS series. I have a hard time with balancing whether I want to do FPS or this or that, or the RPG series or whatever. So I have a hard time with that. But I'm trying to get better at YouTube. But I wanted to go over in this episode kind of a fix. So this episode and the next episode is going to be fixing stuff. It's going to be fixing big problems that everyone's having, and I'm complaining about it. I just didn't really know how to fix it until several people commented how to fix it, and I just realized I was dumb and I passed it right up. And so what the problem is many of you know that our animations aren't still. They're not in place animations. All of the animations that we have are like this. They move with without they move without us actually moving our character, and so it throws us off. The animations don't look right, and we need to fix it. So, how we're going to fix that is we're going to re-download everything and re-import everything. But don't worry, if you did everything properly in the previous tutorials, this will all go smoothly and it's not going to take very long. Shouldn't take very long. But in this episode, we're going to re-import everything and fix all of the animations. And at the end of the episode, stuff should look beautiful again. So, to start, go back to mixamo.com/store. And click on the Pro Sword and Shield pack. Obviously, you're going to want to change the character to go to My Characters and do the the Paladin J Nordstorm, the one that the one that we had previously done. If you downloaded the props, whatever character you used on Mixamo, use the exact same skeleton. Otherwise, I believe there's going to be some issues in re-importing it and reusing all of the anim graphs that we have set up. So use the same skeleton, same character. So I already have him selected, and press the customize pack. And I already have it. Done. But what you're going to want to do is, and some of you already know this, and you've already done this, so this probably won't apply to you. But check in place. And that fixes everything. Everything is perfect now. So if you go through and check each one of these and do in place for every single one of these animations, and I understand it is a bit tedious having to go through all of these animations and, check each one and do in place for everyone. But that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to do each one of these ones and do in place. Now, some of these you won't necessarily need to do in place for. Like this one, it's already idle. You don't have any movement whatsoever. You don't have anything that you need to worry about movement-wise. Unlike, let's see, I don't know. Like that one, that's got movement. So I mean, technically they don't count that as in place since it already has movement. But if it has a setting for in place, you need to go through and check it, because otherwise everything will mess up. So the jump, that needs to be in place. The other jump, that one doesn't need to be in place because it's technically not jumping forward, but it's whatever. Once again, have all of them in place, and view/download once you have those all done, and I'll skip straight to where we're gonna download all our stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna queue the download. Keep it normal FBX. We don't need a character, so you can say no character. I'm going to keep it 60 frames per second, and no keyframe reduction. So cue that download and put it somewhere accessible, you know, extract it from the zip into a folder, put it somewhere accessible, and I'm going to meet you guys over in Unreal Engine. Alright, so we're over in Unreal Engine. I've got my folder of all the animations here. They're all still, and let's hop over to our where you put your animations. So here we've got all our animations. One quick note: I turned down my graphics in my engine because I kept crashing because I kept running out of video memory for some reason. So hopefully I don't crash, and all my settings are on medium if it looks a bit crappier to you. Anyways, what we're going to do, and this may make some of you flip out just a little bit, we're gonna delete all these animations because we don't need them. We don't. So we're gonna delete all these animations because all of these are the ones that don't have the still movement in them. And obviously a big part of what we're going to be changing is our run_RPG blend space. Now, I did, as many of you know, obviously this animation is still and he's a little lifted off of the ground. But if some of you remember, that's because we took the hips and we made it a skeleton, not an animation. And now, of course, it looks normal. So we once again we don't want that. But I mean, his feet are level on the floor, and the animation definitely looks better. But once again, not what we want. So let's hop over into well, sorry. One thing that you're gonna want to remember is that we aren't going to want, or we're going to want to remember how all of these are. So you got to remember that it's run. I'm going to have to remember this, that these are all run, you know, right, left, and the corners are all, the bottom corners are strafe. So we're going to have to remember what all these blend spaces are. We're going to put all this together, back together, but just don't worry about it. So exit out of this because we might get some crashes or errors, and take all of these animations and delete them. Now it's going to ask you, do you really want to delete these? You're going to it's just force delete, because we'll fix that. So force delete all of these because we're gonna manually put everything back in, like I had said. So once all those assets are deleted, come on, taking up precious video time. Okay, all those assets are deleted. Now we're all T-posed. Ooh, that's scary, and we don't want that. So drag in all of your old animations. If you're wondering how I'm selecting all of these without clicking and dragging, it's Control A. I use it a lot. So yeah, it selects all. So click on the import options because this is frozen because you're trying to drag stuff over, and use the paladin skeleton that we had. Leave the exported time the same. Really, actually, you're not going to want to mess with anything. So import all and we'll be good. And once again, like I said, since we used that since we used the same skeleton in Mixamo and we exported it using the same skeleton, everything is going to come in fine and we're not going to have any errors. So this is going to take a while, like last time, to import, and I'm just gonna stop the video here, and I'll be back in a couple seconds, well, to you guys, once all of this is done. So be right back. Alright, so it finished, and I tried to record and do some stuff, and it kept crashing twice, and so then I tried to do stuff before I started recording, and so far it hasn't crashed, because by now it's crashed. So I was setting up the run, I was setting this back up, the blend space, and we're setting up the animation blueprint. So I'm gonna walk you back through the blend space. So when I went to go set it up, the X and Y were not there. So once again, the Y needs to be speed and the X needs to be direction. And then make sure you apply parameters, otherwise it won't work. Then since we'll have a sprint, but right now we don't have a sprint, so we're going to this one's just going to be able to walk. So the top middle needs to be walk in place 1. Bottom middle needs to be walk in place as well. Just normal walk in place 1, right? Oh no, sorry. Top needs to be walk in place. Bottom needs to be walk in place. The top left and top right corner needs to be walk in place 1. The bottom left corner, bottom right corner needs to be strafe in place 1. Bottom right is bottom left is strafe in place. I suppose I should quit reading them off and let you all just see them. So that's walk in place 1. So that's backwards. I guess I should just say backwards and forwards, and you can find which one. So this one needs to be backwards. This one needs to be right, forward, left, backward, left, left, forward, right, and right. So hope that works for you. Make sure everything's saved up. Let's go hop over into our animation blueprint and set everything all back up, because this is the fun part. If you know how to, this is going to be the final part of the video. This is everything, this is going to finish up the video, so after I'm done with setting up all these, the video is going to be over. So if you already know how to set up all this and you don't need to watch the video over, I'm kind of just going to warn you now, and you can stop watching it. But if you run into a problem, maybe you could finish watching the video and see if you missed something. Anyways, so let's open up our idle and just plop in the idle. I already did that because I was trying to get stuff to work. So plop in the idle on the jog. Make sure you recompile it so that way direction speed show up, or on the run RPG, because that should still stay there. It just it's gonna say none and none until you recompile it. Let's hop over to our jump. And see, now it's working. But the blend space isn't for some reason. Okay. Whatever. But we'll get it to work. So let's just get jump. Where is it? That's that one. You can really do whichever one you want. I don't know. I don't know if we necessarily need a jump, but there's that, I suppose. Okay, so there's our jump. It's still gonna have some compile errors, don't worry about it. The crouch. We need to go crouch. Which one? Shorten shield, crouch, idle. Crouch, walk. That's just not there at all, but that's cool. So we haven't done that, but I'm sure I was planning on setting that up later. So we'll set that one up later. That's confusing though. I don't know. The run jump, we haven't done that yet. The attack, I guess you can do whichever one you want. There's several different ones. There's some slashes too. I know we had this one, or sorry, we had this one, but I think I kind of like that one. So we're gonna do /2. We're gonna change it up. Okay, head back to the locomotion. The jump, we already did that. I should know that. The block, so there's once again there's two. We've got the transition, and then so sword and shield block. It transitions, and then or blocking. Should be because of blocking, and then the block idle. There we go. Compile that, and we're good. So let's add some speed to it. Where does it top out at? 10, right? Okay, 10. That looks about right. I don't know. We'll fix it. I'll get the blend space right. If I probably did the blend space wrong, but you guys can fix it. You can look in my old video on how to do the blend space and do and copy the steps over. I'm gonna do that, but for some reason my engine keeps crashing whenever I try and like open anything else. At least this project does. It's weird. It changes from project to project, but save everything up, and so then now when we play, we're all good. And you may be noticing that his feet are going into the ground. That's because well, stuff. Anyways, we're gonna set stuff up because people were saying, you know, he's sliding. So we're gonna do kind of like I think Dark Souls does this, and I know a lot of other RPGs do. It's weird. I've never played Dark Souls yet. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff based off of it. I'm trying to do Skyrim and Dark Souls. Now I can't remember, but I think in Skyrim you can run and attack, and of course it still has the attacking animation. But we don't have any of that. We don't have any like ones that run that are slashing while he's attacking. So because we don't have like AAA animations. So we're in the next episode. I think what we're gonna have is whenever we attack, our player stops moving and he does a still attack. But real quick, let's get those feet out of the floor because that's it's not what we want. So I'm gonna just pause this, pause it. And I think it has to do with the animation, but just in case it doesn't, I'm going to go to my RPG Bro and go to the viewport and look at where his feet are. Nope, it has to do with my guy. So I'm going to move the mesh up and compile that. Let's see how he looks. Is that better? Shift F1 and drag your RPG Bro down and mesh. Whee! Okay. That's hilarious. Sorry. That looks good. Okay. That just looks good. Just eyeball it. That's what I usually do. Just eyeball everything. Close out all your old stuff that you're not using, and we're good. So we fixed all that. It's pretty much the same steps for the AI to fix his animations. If you guys want me to go through on how to fix the AI animations, just say it and say it in the comment section. Say, yeah, go ahead, fix the animations. Any suggestions and stuff for the RPG series? If you haven't heard already, I've got a website with a form in it where you can just go to that form and you can throw in suggestions or throw in problems that you're having, and it's pretty self-explanatory where you place stuff. If you put it in the wrong place, that's fine. I'm the admin, so I'll be able to move what category you guys put it in. But it's whatever. That's besides the point. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope it helped those of you who were just like me and, being highly irritated at the problems of non good animations. Not, I don't know what I was saying. I don't know. It's not good animations. So hope that works for you. If it doesn't, once again, just say you've got a problem. Throw in some screenshots, and maybe we can fix some stuff. Anyways, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.